Hi, ladies and gentlemen. How you all doing? Good to have you. Good to have you. Good to have you again. This is the R4M Studios, ready for marriage. A beautiful good evening to you all coming back from work, already seated at home, probably watching from the kitchen. I'm trying to stream on live, see what's happening from the R4M studios. It's good to have you all. Hope you had a great day. Hope you had a great day. Please do well to tell us how your day went. Okay, we'll care about you that much. Okay, so as you can see, it's a beautiful evening right here in R4M Studios, and I'm doing just A-OK, okay? Thank you so much. So, yeah, I am Prolific, and tonight we have a very important discourse again to share and learn and entertain and what else? Entertain, learn, enlighten. Yeah. So we're going to have a very interesting discourse this evening. I really look forward to seeing us all have a good time, share your perspectives, share what your thoughts are tonight. All right. So very quickly, for those who are going to be joining us for the very first time, this is R4M Studios Ready for Marriage. Ready for Marriage is that very unique platform where we make meeting easy, meeting your spouse easy, meeting your spouse easy. Um, we're very serious-minded people, right? Yeah, we're very serious-minded people. So we're concerned about you being happy and building a sustainable relationship that eventually would lead to marriage. That's what we're all about. And we'll also have our app coming up very soon where we'll make it a lot more easier for you. But for now, we have podcasts running on our pages, our social media handles. We have podcasts running, we have tips. We also have stuff like this, which is the live every 7 p.m. You can afford to miss the live. All right. So it's a great evening indeed, and I see a few people already online, and I'm already excited. Woo! I'm already excited. All right, I'm already excited. Yeah. Also, I'd just like to quickly say, for those just coming in, we have the photo contest going on. Right, we have the photo contest going on. So, I mean, you can't show up on our live program and you are beautiful and you're handsome, and then you don't partake in this very live show. Oh, it not gonna make sense. It not gonna make sense. So yeah, send in your pictures, send in your entries. Send us a DM and we'll send you a link, and then just go through the process for the photo contest. Okay. Basically, you're not paying a dime. You're not paying a dime for this photo contest. It's absolutely free. Okay, it's absolutely free. But do us the favor not to have a selfie. Okay, that's one of the rules. You're not supposed to have sending a selfie picture. You're going to be disqualified. Also, we won't appreciate you sending in an AI picture. All right, we want you beautiful, handsome, just as you are. Okay, so make sure you send a very good picture. If it means for you to go to a studio, 1K, bad as the bad, 1.8 or 1.850. You understand? Or I can 1.9. Abi, 1.9 now. If you snap one copy, 1.9. If you snap, too expensive for this economy. Okay, send a very good picture, edit it, make it very beautiful. And what do you stand to gain? What do you stand to gain? You actually stand to gain 1 million naira, which happens to be the star prize. And we also have a 500,000 giveaway and a 200,000 naira giveaway for the photo contest. I mean, just imagine what it will feel like for you to win a million naira just because you look beautiful and you actually followed the process in sending in your picture. Also, when you do that, you'll have to follow us on every social media handle. Okay, you follow us on every social media handle, and you tell your friends, your families, you tell your local government chairman, your enemies, if you have any, to make sure that they follow you and they support you on this voyage. All right. So those are the basic things you need to know about the photo contest. We had someone call in today um, saying that he actually has sent his picture for the contest. And I just want to reassure you, in case you're watching this live event, that everyone is going to be posted. Okay, so we're following it serially. We're following it serially. I also understand the kind of country that we live in. Many times we know they like follow queue, we know like, you understand, we like shunt. Now I'm not saying you do shunt, I'm just saying on the general notes, we dey like shunt. And they say patience is a virtue. I thought patience was a girl. Like, have you ever really thought about it? I thought patience was a girl. They not say patience is a virtue. No. Okay. Honestly, I've never seen a virtue. I can't remember say you get one of my mentor in Pikini na virtue. I will hope saying they watch this program. We cannot call the name. Alright. So yeah, I'm seeing a couple of people on Facebook. I'm going to acknowledge you soon enough. I had to go on on YouTube. Please do well, Aboki Surplus, to also share the YouTube link so that we can have people on across every platform. Yeah, across every platform. Again, if you're just joining in, we're very, very concerned about your emotional health, how happy you are emotionally, and this is R4M Studios. In case this is your first time, I actually already see a first timer, and I'm going to talk with you soonest. But you're welcome. You're welcome. This is the right place where you get to learn. You get to learn about love. You get to learn about relationships, how to sustain your relationship, and you get to meet someone in case you are single and you want, a partner, basically. This is the right place for you. Also, if you have questions, you can feel free to send us a DM. Also, if you have someone you would want to talk to, you're burdened, please also do well to send us a DM. Also tonight, when you comment in the comment section, do well to tell us where you are commenting from. That will go a long way in sending you a hug, a virtual hug, and so that we just calculate from where we are to know how many kilometers it will take, so that the longer the kilometers, the wider the hug and the warmer you feel it. Okay? Thank you so much. Again, I am Prolific, and it's going to be a lovely discourse this evening. Please remember, like I love to say, this is not a monologue. This is a dialogue. And what that means is that I'm not supposed to be the only one talking, because we respect your views. We'd love to learn from you as well. So please do well to send in your comments in the comment section as we begin the conversation. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm back on Facebook. And I see a couple of comments already, and I'm excited. We have a first timer also. So yeah, it's really a delight to have you. So tonight we're going to be looking at a conversation. We're going to be looking at a topic. Yes, a topic actually. We're going to be looking at a topic. And the topic actually is a question. And the question is, what is love? Okay? What is love? What is love? That's the topic for tonight. What is love? Already, I'm sure the very, very bright students, the ones where they always sit down for front seats, where they wear glasses. No be this type, this is my own glass. No be, in those days, glasses, where they heavy, they thick like akamu. You get some akamu, but where they thick. When they make and finish, you can't wonder, say, no be water they use make this akamu. You understand? The akamu, they thick. For my Idoma brethren, where they chop okoho soup. Okoho soup, that soup wey no dey cut, wey dey use knife, you go carry eba chook inside, then when you lift, you go lift the plate. Na soup the soup dey go up, the plate dey go up, then they go come use the other hand carry knife come cut am. Okoho soup. For those kind of people wey dey wear thick glasses, they sabi book. Please, we would like to hear from you. What do you think love is? I believe your brain is already running. Some people brain, It be like Symbian phone. They get like 6 windows where they operate at the same time. We'd like to hear from you what you think love is or what you know, because we also have experienced people, I believe, who are watching. What do you know love to be? Okay, what do you know love to be? So do well to share with us as we begin this discourse. All right? Yeah. So in the next 1 minute, I'm going to be taking a few comments. I'm going to be addressing a few people. I also want to see, I have some friends, some very, very special friends that I love to see on the program tonight. All right. So please do well to show up wherever you are. Let your spirit begin to respond. Carry your phone, open R4M, and let's have a conversation. People like Celtin Prosper, people like Jacinta, people like Isaiah, and the rest of them. Gentle Photos. I miss those guys for real. I miss you guys for real. Okay. So yeah, I'm just saying all of this just to prep you so that you will be thinking through. Oh, it don't take a while, Ramo. Prepping you so that you'll be thinking through to know what is new. Oh, because it's in you. Now you got the clue. More than reverse. Okay, so I'm just prepping you because once we start, I no get reverse. Now carry, go forward. Okay, so the first person, as usual, is Aboki Surplus. Good to have you, Aboki Surplus. All right. Yes, thank you so much for that comment. Aboki Surplus, he said, please let's do well to share. Okay, please do well to share. It won't cost you anything except for just 2 tap and you will just share the video. I mean, if you 2 tap as a fine girl, it no go make sense. Make yourself no do 2 tap for us to share this video. All right. So, okay. So I have someone new, and I'm trying to scroll through. Mercy Adebimpe, Mercy Adebimpe, you're new. It's good to have you. You're welcome. You are in the right place. And I'd just like to ask you, Mercy Adebimpe, how you doing? Yeah, how you doing, Mercy Adebimpe? Ironically, I was just going to ask myself, why am I so excited? And I just remembered my mom's name happens to be Mercy. So Mercy, I won't mind if you adopt me as your son. Yeah? So you're welcome. You're welcome to R4M. Very soon we're going to start the conversation. All right, please, when you come in, do well to tell us where you are watching from. Okay? All right, so I'm trying to get the thread of the conversation. I see, okay, Mercy Adebimpe is watching from Ogun State. Ogun State, awesome. Interesting. So I'm trying to get the name of the person who you said referred you to Ready for Marriage, but I'm sure it's going to upload much later. So let's go straight into what we have for tonight. Yeah, for tonight, because this this topic is quite tight and is the right time for us to share it. So yeah, what is love? What is love? What is love? When you see love, can you recognize love? When you feel love, can you recognize love? Yesterday I was talking about the arts of romance. That romance has an art to it. Woo, I'm getting in the mood right now. There's something about an art to love. There's something about romance and its art. Okay, so when you see love, can you recognize love? All right. It was Bob Marley who sang the song. Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling? Ewo, oh, oh, oh. Sorry, you know, put ewo inside, Sha. But you know, is this love that you're feeling? What exactly is love? When you see love, can you really tell? Because there are people in abusive relationships, and when you talk with them, they really are delusional to think that they are actually in love or the guy loves them, because the guy probably batters them and then buys them gifts immediately. So they're still in a relationship. And when you say, Omo, this thing, no be amo, they'll tell you, no, we're in love. We're in love. But they're being battered and then probably scared to live. Okay? So I got to watch, still talking about love, which is the topic for tonight. I got to watch a movie this evening just before the show. Please, what's the name of this movie? some like the title sounds like the one for Sarah, something like that. It's a Nollywood movie. My God, I didn't want to watch it. I watched it with a friend, and I'm like, I don't like this movie. Like from the onset, I just like this is not my kind of movie. But I ended up saying this is the my favorite movie so far for the year. Why? Because it just opened my eyes to a whole lot of things. Okay, it is important that we know what love is. What love is. Okay, so please tell us in the comment section what you know or what you think love is. All right. So I'm still looking for my people on YouTube. Okay. So I'm going to wait for my YouTube guys, but let's just kickstart since we have a couple of people right here. Yeah, Mercy, I'm glad to know that you are doing good. All right, so what is love? What is love? The easiest way to answer questions like this is to ask the question. And thankfully, we live in Nigeria. Now, for Nigeria, they say people they use question, answer question. So when a person asks you what is love, you will now ask what is not love. Sometimes for you to know something, the easiest way to know something is to know what that thing is not. Knowing what that thing is not has a way of streamlining, has a way of narrowing your options for you to clearly see what that thing actually is in its true essence. So what is love? What is love? You know, I'm torn in between. I like how the old English would say it. I'm in a straight betwixt. I'm in a straight betwixt if to approach this topic from the angle of what love is not, so you could get what love is, or what is love. So because it's what love is, I'll just start from what love is, and then we'll go to what love is not. So what is love? What is love? First of all, love is, you could start from anywhere, right? But love is a decision. Love is an intentional decision to put people to, or rather to make a person or people priority. Love is being human, being humane. Love is consideration. Okay? Love is consideration. If you don't consider people, you most likely don't love them. Love is kind. Okay? So you have people who are mean, which is, I don't know if it's the direct opposite, but I think it's close to it. It's close to being the direct opposite of being kind. So you're either kind or you're mean. All right? You're either kind or you are mean. You're not mean, you're just mean. Okay? You're either kind or you're mean. So love is thoughtfulness. Love is thoughtfulness. Yesterday I talked about certain tips for you to be able to spice up your relationship. If you didn't watch the live yesterday, please do well to go over our page and you will see it. I listed a few things, and one of the things I talked about was thoughtfulness. Thoughtfulness in giving gifts. Sometimes on special days, sometimes not even a special day like a birthday or anniversary. Sometimes you just randomly get a gift for your partner. That is love. Okay, so love is thoughtfulness, and not just giving a gift thoughtfully. Also, love is giving a gift thoughtfully and giving a gift that is needed, or a gift that actually serves purpose. For instance, I gave an instance yesterday and I said, find out what your partner likes and gift them that thing. Or find out what they're lacking and pay for a service. Now that is love. Okay, that is love. Love is putting your partner first. Love is putting your partner first. Love is the thoughtfulness that you put in. And in thoughtfulness, I'm saying that it is not just in the gifting, it is in gifting what you know is useful to them that they actually do need. That is love. Okay? Now, let me quickly balance this. When we talk about gifts, okay? Let me quickly balance this. We have a lot of people right now who actually can be manipulative, so they gift people things just to win them over. Especially if they are very smart people, or let me not use the word smart because That's too much compliments. Especially if they are cunning people. If they are cunning people, they have a tendency to use gift to buy you over just so they can use you for their selfish purpose. So what that means is that you also have to be discerning in your dealing with people. All right? So love in itself is not solely verbal. Yes, love can be expressed verbally, but love in itself and in its totality is not totally verbal. Okay? Love is action, but that action comes from a vast a vast place of thoughtfulness that now, what's the word? That now sponsors your action. I used to, I think I said this sometime this week. I don't know if it was on one of the lives. I can't really remember, but I know I said this one of the weeks where I said, I was a little bit confused for years where you know, I read through the Bible and I saw Paul say that even if you give your body to be burnt and you do not have love, it's useless. It doesn't count. And I'm thinking, it's not possible. I mean, we're not saying you gave somebody a handkerchief. We're not saying you bought someone lunch. We're saying you really gave your body to be burnt, but you do not have love. You see, so that begins to, if you're following, you begin to see that we've gone from love being verbal to love being an action. But you see, humans are always carried away with action activities. So it is, and that's the point of deception where people can use actions or gifts to buy people. So you have to go from verbal love to action, which is, demonstrating what you said. And then from actions, you have to be able to also discern that action. Okay? So you have to, the motive for doing what you do also counts. So the motive actually is the love. Why? Because if Mr. A gives you 10,000 and Mr. B gives you 10,000, how do you know they both love you? One could give you 10,000 simply because he wants to sleep with you. The other could give you 10,000 and walk away just because he wants you to buy food for your baby. So which exactly is love? So that also leads me to say this, that love in its intention at the point of action, love is not selfish. Love does not think of itself. Love is not self-centered. Okay? So you will hear in our time, you hear people talk about self-love, self-love. Listen, there is something about taking care of yourself. The truth is, you would love people a lot more when you know how to treat yourself properly. That's true. That's basic. But the truth is, many things that we call self-love is actually self-centeredness. Okay? So let me backtrack a bit. So you have to go from being verbal to actions. And now you don't get lost in actions. This is where you say, oh, but he was a nice guy. Oh, he took me on a treat. Oh, we always go shopping. You see, because a cunning person will always beckon on your lust. A cunning person knows what you are lacking, knows what you are craving for. So it's the same thing with a guy who just doesn't love you and just wants to sleep with you. So what he does is he gifts you stuff that he knows that you like, just so he wins you over. Why do you think that many ladies end up with a guy they really don't like or a guy who is not their spec? Check when they ended up with those guys. It was at the point of vulnerability, and it's vice versa. There are also guys who have ended up with ladies, just from having to open up and share a pain or a heartbreak or whatever it is. It is always at the point of vulnerability that you will find a cunning person, giving you a shoulder to lean on. Now, back to this movie I watched this evening, which I actually say is my favorite movie that I've watched so far. I think is The One for Sarah. I think that's the name. You could check it out on Netflix. And you had three different guys, okay? I'm still trying to just buttress love. You have three different guys. You have this lady called Sarah, who she had an ex who used to batter her, a very violent guy, who she ran away from, changed location, got a new house and all of that. Then she now meets another guy who is very ras, but he's a good guy. He's a street guy, but he's responsible. And then she thought that that guy was actually in love with her. But the guy was just being a nice guy. Then she now meets another guy who she actually does like, who also likes her. But things, I don't want to go into all the details, but things just, something looked like something, and then they parted ways and she stopped picking scores and all of that and all of that. Long story short, the guy that Sarah was thinking, which is the second guy, the guy she was thinking is a street guy, he's ras, and he was being nice to her. In fact, he got her a job, not really a job, a contract. And she just had her walls up. And it turned out that this guy actually wanted her to date the third guy, who is his friend. So Sarah is all the time thinking that this guy is only being nice to me because he wants to sleep with me. And there's nothing totally wrong with that. There is a place for you to have your guards up. And I respect ladies who have their guards, okay? But you see, I read a book a few years ago that said there's a difference between suspicion and discernment. There's a difference between suspicion and discernment. And many times, suspicion is hinged on past traumas, past experiences. Suspicion is usually, this is getting exciting. Suspicion is usually hinged on assumptions. So, I've seen people who didn't date a guy simply because the guy just used to sound like their ex. But the guy is everything they want in the world. But he just probably has a shoe, just a shoe that he can throw away. He has a shoe that the ex has. So that is suspecting a person without getting to know the person, without engaging discernment. Okay? So before we move on, let me just go through a few more comments. Oh, great. We have my main man, my boss, the only boss that is in the 14-seater Toyota Hiace, the general. Give it up! Give it up! Gang, 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 gang. The general, the only general that doesn't have a 5-star on the shoulder, but he's a superstar, bigger than the Milky Way galaxy. How far now? I didn't miss you. Hi, Mr. Moses. Good to see you. Good to have you online. Good to have you. We also have Teza Victor Aboki. Is that your brother? Oh, awesome. Same guy that came. Oh, great. Teza, it's good to have you. It's good to have you. I love to see you again. It's good to have you. It's been a while, right? It's been a while. So yeah, where were we? So I was saying, my God, I'm enjoying this life. Okay. So love is not selfish. Love is not self-centered. Love is not, let me finish me before I think of you. Love is, no, this is getting sweet. And that is why, we have a lot of transactional relationships. Now, the truth is this: if you have two people come in union and they want to have a relationship, the truth is true love is not parasitic. So the truth is there must be an exchange of virtues. There must be an exchange of gifts. There must be an exchange of strength. There must be an exchange of attention. There must be an exchange of time. My God, I feel something. I feel something in this studio right now. I feel something up in here. Only I know we open church yet, but I feel something wrapped up in here. And you know, I was sensing it that someone's going to get healing. Someone's going to get direction from this life this evening. Okay, someone's going to get the direction. So what was I saying? So there's definitely going to be an exchange, because that's why it's a relationship. Relationship, you're going to like this. Relationship is the only parallel line that meets at the end. Selah. It's the only parallel line that meets at the end. We're taught in textbooks in school that parallel lines are parts, they don't meet, right? But relationship is the only confluence that is not lokoja. It is a mix-up. That's the same thing in marriage. It is two people becoming one. It is a mixing. Even when two people, have I was going to say that word. But when two people sleep together, there is a mixing. There is a mixing of blood and water. There is an insemination. There is a transfer of sperm that the man owns to give the woman who can produce sperm. So there is a mix, there is a becoming of one. So we can't deny the fact that there has to be some kind of transaction in love relationships or romantic relationships. However, when you go into a relationship and your primary thought, your primary purpose is what can I get from this person, you're not in love. I put it to you from section 2, subsection 3 of Prolific's book, you're not in love. Nope, you're not in love. Love puts the other person first. Does that mean that no, you should suffer, you should be starving yourself and see the next person eating? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is love yourself and love people. And sometimes it is okay. I like to give this illustration that love doesn't even give because the next person is, because he wants the person with 50K to praise him. I say, you're so thoughtful. You mean you have only 10K? I have 50K. Then you're still giving me 5K out of your 10K. You know what? Take 40K. That's manipulation. That's not love. Love is not manipulative. Love doesn't, let me move to the next point. Love doesn't announce itself. Oh. Love doesn't announce itself. You know why? Because when you do people a favor, let me not say do people a favor, it sounds demeaning. When you reach out, let me put it that way. When you reach, for lack of a better word, it's just somewhat demeaning. Love doesn't do that. Love covers. Okay? It was Solomon who said love covers a multitude of sin. Now, when we say love covers a multitude of sin, it's not saying love endorses sin. It's not saying love endorses wrongdoing. It's not saying love, just denies. All right, that's the word. Love is not denial. Love covers a multitude of sin means that love does not drag people online. Anyway, I've entered something. Love does not drag people online that, how do I say this? Love will settle a score offline than want to drag online. Now, it is when, and there's provision for that from scripture. It is when you try to settle with your brother or your sister and they don't agree with you, then what do? You get a witness alongside to try. And in fact, let me even pause and move to something else. I mean, there's just so much. Love does not wait to be the one that is correct. Love does not apologize because it is wrong. Love seeks the bond of peace. Okay? Love seeks the bond of peace. Love seeks the bond of peace. So let's flip it. When you find somebody who loves to strive, it simply means they can't love. They don't have capacity to love. They can't. So you find a man will marry a woman who is not even necessarily, in quotes, beautiful to him or attractive to him, because beauty is relative, okay? So he could marry a woman who is not physically attracted to, but because she gives him peace, he will marry her. That peace that she gives him is love. How do I know? Because it is worse, the Holy Book says, it is worse to live, it is dreadful, it is draining to live with a nagging woman. A nagging woman is described as a leaking roof. Kai! Omo, this one enter. You enter my ogo. Hey! So you are sleeping. Imagine, you are sleeping during Harmattan. There's cold. Or worst of, you are living in the UK or Canada and it's snowing and you are back from work and you are finally in your bedroom and you have your thick duvet and you are happy. You are done with work for the day and you can be warm because it's very cold outside. But a nagging woman is like droplets of water that will wet that duvet until it wets your pajamas, until it wets you, until you catch pneumonia. That is a nagging woman, and that is not love. Love doesn't nag. So if you're in a relationship with someone, now I also understand that there are certain vices that we all have because we are not perfect people, okay? So myself who's speaking here, I'm not saying this like some kind of perfect guy. Far from it. Okay, far from it. I'm not some kind of perfect guy, and that's what we're learning. And that's why also I want to hear from you what you think love is. Okay, please do well to comment and share this post. Tell us what you believe or you have experienced love to be. Okay, please do that. Do that while you listen, while you take notes. Please do that. Share with us because we're also here to learn. We're also here to learn from you as you learn from us. Okay, so love. Whew, I need to slow down. This is exciting. Love is, wow, how do I say this? Love is tolerant. Love gives you long rope. Love is tolerant. Do we have people that take people for granted because love is tolerant? Oh, yes. And there will always be such people. But does that mean that love shouldn't be tolerant? Oh, no. Oh, no. Love is what it is. Love is tolerant. Love is tolerant. Okay? Love is tolerant. Love is tolerant. Love is tolerant with what kind of mindset? See, for every action, there is a sponsoring thought. Don't forget that. For every action, there is a thought that sponsors actions. So when we say love is tolerant, it is not just tolerant blindly. There is an action. Oh no, there's a thought that sponsors that action of tolerance. What is one of those thoughts that sponsors the action of tolerance? Are you ready? It is in you realizing that you are as flawed as the next person that you don't want to be tolerant with. Salah. Salah. So you are tolerant to the degree that you have accepted how flawed you are. That is love. Watch it. People who are quick to share bad news on social media are people who have forgotten how flawed they are. In fact, you should cover the person, and by cover, this is what I mean. You should not be the one amplifying the bad news about the person. You should be the one to go meet the person or call the person or text the person and say, hey bro, hey sis, what's up? This is what I'm hearing. Is it what it is? I'm not here to fight you or tell you you're wrong or right. But just in case you need someone to talk with, just in case you meant well, but you ended up doing the wrong thing, I'm here. Talk to me. That's love. Love is tolerant. It is the same thing with people who are prideful. Pride many times comes in, of course, when you look down on people, but the sponsoring thought of pride many times is in forgetting where God brought you from. When you have in view how lowly you used to be, how you didn't used to have so much, and now you have so much, it keeps you humble. So when you see other people, you don't just say, oh, this one, you know what house you need. You know how I make you no get. No, you remember that where you are coming from, you hustle where, yet you still no get plenty. So now God they bless. So when you see somebody else who is hustling, I don't like that word hustle. When you see someone else who is doing his best, okay, you are careful to criticize the person. So that leads me to the next thing. Love is not critical. If for anything, love is generous. Love is generous in lavishing compliments. Now let me qualify it. You see, when I say one thing, I'm quick to qualify, because you see the social media, people go and just lift one thing, go they talk with you, know they talk. So let me say what I said again. Love is not critical, right? Love is not critical. Rather, love is generous in lavishing compliments. However, in lavishing of compliments, love calls you to order. In lavishing of compliments, love is not a sycophant. A sycophant is someone who praises you blindly, is someone who praises you even when you are wrong, just to win a favor or get a gift from you. A sycophant is someone who massages your ego, even when they know you are wrong, just so that they want to get a contract from you. And so many of you are in the wrong relationships with sycophants. Now, I'm not talking about romantic relationship alone. I'm saying relationships generally. You're in wrong relationships with sycophants who are fanning you to your Waterloo. And this is not me being a prophet of doom. So what I'm also doing right now is in love. Is me showing you that, hey, I think you might have to reconsider. This might be a blind spot that you're not seeing. Can you reroute? Can you reroute so you don't? Because if those people keep cheering and you get your Waterloo, they're going to walk away. They won't be there for you. Which leads me to the next thing. Love is being there for people. This one sweets me. Please, we're going to be rounding up soon, and I need to hear from you guys. Please, I need to hear what you think. I mean, I just don't want to dish out and I don't hear from you, okay? Please do well to share in the comment section, and also do well to share this video. Share. It doesn't even take 2 MB to share. Just share, all right? Share. Love is being there for people. You can't love a person and not a mindset, especially in Nigeria. Please, if you're Nigerian, please, I'm begging you, with due respect, with all humility, everything in life is not money. Everything in life is not money. There are people that you need for your next level, but they are not millionaires, but you look down on them. Let me go back to what I was saying. That was an aside. Love is being there for people. And I was going to say this to back that up. You don't have to have money to be there for people. You don't. You don't need money to be there for people. You can use money to support people, but you don't need money to be there for people. You don't. Practically growing up, as a teenager, I belong, as a teenager, in my late teens, I belonged to a fellowship. For those who are watching, I rep YWAP, Youth with a Purpose. You know, when I joined YWAP then, this was 2003 or 4, I can't remember now, 3 or 4. We had a lot of birthday parties, and we celebrated people, you know, well, depending on how close you were with certain people. So we'll visit people. I mean, see, a lot has changed. A lot has changed. It's really hurtful. A lot has changed this generation. How do you go for people's birthday and you get upset that they did not give you food? What is wrong with us? No, what is wrong with you? Somebody has been helping you for 1 year at least. Then the one day that is his or her special day for you to celebrate him or her, you are still upset that they did not cook rice. Maggie, you know, contribute. See, those days growing up, is the people that come that buy you gifts. You don't use your money. You don't use your money. Or if you use your money, it's because you want to, because you love the people, your friends and family. But you are not under obligation. Now you have people show up, they don't give you jack. Not only that they don't give you jack, they are upset that you are not giving. Something's wrong with you. So Love is being there for people, and this was it. I used to be upset with myself. I used to be like, I don't have money to give. I don't. But I keep telling myself, I always have. And what do I always have? It doesn't always have to be money. I have a kind word to give. I have time to give. I have attention to give. Money is not lie. Everything is not money. There are people that you just need their recommendation. That is love. Love is recommending people. It is love. Okay? So I'm going to run through two more. Okay? Love is recommending people. Oh, love is recommending people. So you get into a position, you sit on it, and you are scared of recommending people because you don't have someone to outshine you. When you leave that position, especially political offices, nobody go fight for you. You see a lot of rich politicians become broke. Why? You didn't raise anybody. There's a reason why a pebble creates ripple effects. Because a pebble understands that he stands alone. What kind of ripple effects? In this context of relationship, what vibe? That's the word we like. What vibe do you give? Let me run quickly as we begin to wrap up. Love also is not rude. I like this one. Allergy. Love is not rude. Does that mean love does not call you out when you are wrong? No, that's not what I'm saying. If for anything, I like to quickly balance myself. Because there are people that listen not to learn. There are people that listen to argue. Now because people like they balance. Love is not rude. But does love call you out on a wrong? Yes. It calls you out on a wrong to make you a better person, not to demean you. I said it in two Facebook lives, two of our lives about 2 days ago. I said it was John Mason who said that a true leader will step on your shoes without removing the shine. And what does that mean? A true leader stepping on your shoes and not removing the shine simply means that he can step on your shoe, you feel the pain on a spot of your toe, but he doesn't remove the shine, meaning he doesn't He doesn't take away your dignity as a person. There are people who will correct you to actually demean you. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who love you and show you stuff that you don't know about you just to make you a better person. That is love. But love is not rude. There is a way you would not want something and you will politely tell the person, and there's a difference between, I'm sure the psychologists will know this, there's a difference between aggression, being aggressive, and being assertive. See, that's your assignment. Aggression is not being assertive. Being assertive means that you are without aggression, yet you stand your ground. You are firm on what you are saying, but you are not aggressive about it. You are not shifting grounds. You are not changing your mind about it. Hi, Gupa Patience. Good to have you, Gupa Patience. You are not changing your mind about it. So love is not rude. Love is not talking down on people. I mean, there are people that cannot even be NEPA staff. There are people that have never gotten to the height of a pole on their streets, but they are talking down on people and they want to climb up. You know, they work like that. So as I begin to conclude, out of time. As I begin to conclude, in your relationship, before you get into a relationship, please don't think, what can I get from this person? Think rather, what can I add to this person? So that even if we don't end up getting married, the person can look back and say, Kai, I met a certain Patience. I met a certain Moses. I met a certain Aboki. I met a certain Paul. Let them look back and smile and say, I'm grateful our paths crossed, whether or not you got married. Let it be that people are priority to you. That is love. Love is not self-centered. Love is not selfish. Love is not rude. Love is polite. Love is kind. Love will not do to the next person what it doesn't want to be done to them. And again, I'm saying this not as a perfect person, but I'm saying this because we're all growing. We're all holding each other as we grow. Okay? Love doesn't give because you are necessarily broke. Love just gives without a reason. Love gives because it wants to see you happy. Okay? Love, if you see people who are genuinely in love in a romantic relationship, what did you see in this guy? Oh, I don't know, but there was just something about him that just gave me peace. That's love. Yes, there's a part of love also that is feeling. And I feel like maybe tomorrow I should continue with this topic because there's just so much I still want to say. So we'll probably, I'm not promising, tomorrow is Sunday. Monday. We probably will continue on Monday, but love is feeling, love is decision. Love is feeling, love is decision. Love is feeling, love is decision. Some people, you see, you don't correct something by going to an extreme. Oh no, how do I say this? Truth, Truth. Truth is actually a balance. Truth is not on any extreme. Truth is a balance. So in trying to correct an error, you don't go to another extreme. When you do that, you also enter error. Okay? So I've heard people who say that love is not feelings. And that's not true. There is a feeling part of love, but love in its totality actually is an intentional decision to be with someone, to do something for someone, not because they are even doing anything for you, but you just want to see people comfortable or happy. That is love. So there is a feeling part to love. Maybe we'll talk about that on Monday. But there's a feeling part to love. Okay? Okay, so I hear we have a question. Okay. I might have to scroll. I think my network is still trying to boot. Okay, Mercy, I can't find your question yet, but I learned you have a question. Okay, it's not loading. I'm trying to load. Okay, it's not loading. Okay, might have to whisper it to me. Okay, so I'm the question as the last thing. If you can just Aboki could whisper it from where he is, and then so we can take the question because we're learning. Okay? Okay. Yeah, you could just read it.
I left my boyfriend some days ago. I figured out he was not in love with me, but my body then.
I'm trying to get your question, Mercy, okay? So just give me a minute.
I left my boyfriend some days ago.
Yeah,
I figured out he was not in love with me,
yeah.
but my body then. Today he was begging me to take him back. What sh- what should I do? He also complained a lot, but the truth is I still love him.
Hmm. Take that part where you said she figured that he doesn't love her. Let me get it right. But her body
I figured out he I figured out he was not
in love.
in love with me, but my body.
Great. Thank you, sir. Okay, so sorry guys. I needed to take that question. It wasn't loading from here, so I needed to take that question. Thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you, Mercy. So we're going to end on the note of this question. So I'm going to say thank you very much, Mercy, for asking that question. That's one of the reasons why we're here. So Mercy's question is, she just broke up with her boyfriend, and that's because she just figured out that he doesn't love her, right? She figured he doesn't love her, but her body. Now, I would have had a problem if, Mercy, you had said you broke up with your boyfriend because you figured out that he doesn't love you. Full stop. I would have asked you, how can you just say he doesn't love you? There must have been something that sponsored that thought. Okay, so is he in love with someone else? But the fact that you said he's in love with your body means that you're a lot more specific and you know what you're saying to a degree. Now also I understand that there are two sides to a story, right? Just like on Nigerian 1 Naira coin, there's on one side Herbert Macaulay, on the other side there's Nigerian coat of arms. And I hope that the two horses have not run away and jackpot from Nigeria. But yeah, that's what we know. There's Nigerian coat of arms and there's Herbert Macaulay, okay? So, if you had said you figured he doesn't love you anymore, I would have said maybe it's an assumption. But if you say it's your body, I think for a lady or for a person to get to that conclusion, it could just be what it is, okay? Now, if he's asking you back, if he still wants to have a relationship with you, first off, I think you already know what to do, Mercy. But you probably just need someone to affirm what you want to do. So let me put the answer this way. You don't go back, or first off, let me put it straight. You don't date a person out of pity. You don't date people out of pity. Okay? That's number one. Number two, before you date a person, it's like building. You count the cost. Can I really do this? So everybody has a flaw, but you have to ask yourself, do I have enough capacity for this level of flaw? So if the flaw, by flaw I mean FLAW, if the flaw that your ex has, like you highlighted, is complaining, and you know in your marriage you cannot handle complaining, you can handle some other things, God forbid, I don't know, you can handle some other things, some other vices I don't want to mention, but you see complaining, it messes your day up. You know you can't. Please don't start. Please don't go back. But if you feel you have capacity and you can handle complaining, you could give him a chance. Number three thing I'm going to say to you, Mercy, is this. You don't give people chances based on sentiment. You give them chances based on if they've met the goal. If the goal of you leaving him is two things: the fact that you realize that he's after your body and not your person, and secondly, because you notice he nags or he complains too much, I think you have your answer. That thing that made you leave in the first place, if he doesn't change it, you don't have a reason going back. That's the truth. No sentiments attached. Because if you go back, you're going to start this crying session all over again. And truthfully, should I say this? The brothers will come for me. Bro code. there's a high tendency that a guy who wants just a lady's body would go for the next final girl. It's very possible. So whatever, I don't know the details of your relationship, but whatever it is that brought you to that final conclusion that he doesn't love you, I really believe that if a person loves you, you will know. And for you to say a person doesn't love you, Omo, the person really doesn't love you. So please, Mercy, what will you be doing in a relationship with a guy who you know already doesn't love you? This is not you saying your friend told you that she thinks your guy doesn't love you. This is you in the relationship saying he doesn't love you. You are not saying you think, you are saying he doesn't. Then I think it won't be a great decision if you go back, okay? Except you see certain changes, or except you feel that he's not complaining as he used to, then you might want to give him a try again. But really, the bedrock is love. So if he doesn't, I don't think there's anything to, and I really hope that is practical enough for you. If it's not, please still send a DM. Thank you. So ladies and gentlemen, we're really behind schedule. We have family men behind the camera that are signaling me. As a matter of fact, yesterday, you need to watch all of the podcasts, all of the live shows. Yesterday, I said one of the ways for you to spice up your relationship is when you buy suya. When you buy suya. And the guy behind the camera, he know hear any other tip why I give yesterday. Now suya. And you know what's paining me? I should be excited that he learns to buy woman suya. But what's paining me is the fact that the suya he wants to go and buy is the one that has 700 naira onions and 150 naira suya inside. Oga, she go abuse you. And when she abuse you, don't come back and say Prolific said is suya. Why the suya no work? Oga, in Alabasa no be suya you buy. Okay? So, but it's been an interesting evening. Aboki Surplus, good to have you. Mercy Adebimpe, I mean, it's your first time and you're disengaging and even, were transparent with us. We don't take that for granted. Thank you. If it's still not clear, please do well to reach us. All right. Mr. Moses, thank you for joining in the live. Teza Victor Aboki, it's really good to have you. And yes, I love that you love this content, and I hope that you share this content as well. Gupar Patience said, this is great. I love it. We also love you, Gupar Patience. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. And please, we're going to be, tomorrow is Sunday. We won't be live tomorrow, but on Monday, we're going to be on the live show again. Hopefully, we're probably going to have a continuation of this very show. Again, I remain Prolific, and this is the R4M Ready for Marriage Studios. Beautiful view. Please do well to share this video, participate in our contest, and just love upon us, because we love you and we care about you. This is me signing out from tonight and say peace out. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you.